Hello everyone, welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day. Here's our question of the day. This comes from the Educator site from SAT, from the SAT, and spoiler alert, this question may appear on a Blue Book test. A certain product costs a company $65 to make. The product is sold by a salesperson who earns a commission that is equal to 20% of the sales price of the product. The profit the company makes for each unit is equal to the sales price minus the combined cost of making the product and the commission. If the sales price of the product is $100, which of the following equations gives the number of units U of the product the company sold to make a profit of $68.40? So, it's a word problem. It doesn't seem like it's the hardest, but it's got percents in it. We know that the profit equals the amount of money you bring in, the revenue minus the cost. So we could just write that. Revenue minus cost is equal to $68.40. So what is the revenue? Oh, well, you see the cost. The cost is 65x because x is going to be the number of units to make, right? Yeah. U. Well, they call it U, but U. Okay, fine. Seth will say we gotta be careful. So the cost is 65U. The total cost for making a certain number of products. Okay, now the revenue is the profit is equal to the sales price minus the combined cost of making the product and the commission. If the sales price is $100, so that you bring in 100U, but you have to take out 20%. They lose 20%. 20 over 100 times 100 times U. So that looks like it would be the answer. You have the revenue is 100U. You have to subtract out the commission, which is 20% of the total number of units minus 65U. So that's the answer. So let's see which one it is. Well, and of course, forget about the plus 65. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? And this would be a 65. This is that. So it's either A or C.
No.
What? So.
Okay. This is 65.
Yeah, that's a 65. I know it's a messy 65. Yeah. So it's 100. So it looks like. Okay. So this would be. Let's make it cleaner. 100U minus 20U minus 65U. So yeah, it looks like it would be A. Because A is 101 minus 0.2 and then separately minus 65U. These Yeah, right. Yes. So that would be it. It would be A. They're playing with you a little bit with all the parentheses.
Okay, we survey this thing, and our first survey question is, does it help to look at the answers?
Definitely. It definitely helps to look at the answers.
You didn't do that.
I know.
Yeah, looking at the answers is a much better strategy for answering the question.
Oh, you mean if you look at the answers, you do it in a second. Because the 65 times the negative 8 is a plus, which is ridiculous. This is not multiplied by
What you do is you notice that the right-hand sides are all the amount of profit.
Right, the right-hand side.
And then you ask yourself, well, is the profit proportional to you? And then so some of them have, their parentheses. the outer parentheses specify a constant multiplied by u.
Right.
And then you look at all of them. These two have a constant not multiplied by u, and this one also. Okay, this is so they all have so then you think, then you review the question again. It looks like the manufacturer has no constant cost, independent of the number of units.
Right.
So then you read it off. So you look at the ones where they multiply by u, and it happens to be the first one. They subtract off 65 because that's the cost per product, and then they add how much the sales price is minus 20%. So you're lucky that I'm lucky that the first choice was the correct one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so that is a really good way of doing it. Knowing your logic, you would knock C out immediately because C, you would knock C out immediately. So let's knock that out. I was wrong here, by the way. The 65 minus the 0.8 is a positive number. The negative 65 times 1 is negative 65. So that's still in the running. 65. Yeah. So all the other ones really are multiplied by u.
Yeah. So the salesman's commission does not come off of the manufacturer's costs. Here, this one, the salesman's commission is taken off of the manufacturer's revenue.
Wait, which one? B or C?
The second one.
B.
They say 100 minus 65.
Right.
That is the selling price minus the manufacturing costs. But the manufacturer does not receive this, does not. But the commission is not based upon the difference between the selling price and the manufacturer's cost.
Right.
It's the difference between what the manufacturer receives after the sale.
Yeah.
Minus the cost. So again, it's like I don't know if it might taken me a little bit slower if they made the first answer wrong. They made the first answer not be the right one.
But yes, you're absolutely
so
right.
Anyway, I find it hard to believe. It's hard to believe these things are considered difficult.
Yes, this is considered a hard question. But yes, you're right. You're right, Seth. The better way to do this is to look at the answers and evaluate them. And in B, you throw C out immediately because it's nothing. The left hand side is not proportional to U. And in B and C, the 65 is being multiplied by the 0.2, which makes no sense. So the only answer that makes sense is A.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt when you're practicing to do it the way I did it, because you may be asked to use the logic and the thought process that I used for another problem.
Yeah.
But in the end, hindsight is 20/20, and it would have made sense not to write the equation that way, but just to evaluate the choices. So when you're practicing, try to do it both ways, and then ask yourself which way what is better for me, and then when you get real close to the test, use the method that you think is best for you, which could be just not guess and check, but just evaluate the solution, evaluate each answer. Okay, so let's go through the questions. Calculator, no, there's no way a calculator would be helpful in this problem. It's completely not necessary. Is there a pattern to this question? Is there something about specific numbers that makes this that one would take advantage of? No, definitely not. Would this answer be asked in school? Possibly, but in school they may ask you to actually solve for you, which is more likely. And then you would set it up any way you want, and you would get partial credit if you set it up wrong and set it up correctly but solved it wrong. You would get virtually no credit if you set it up wrong and solved it correctly, but possibly a little bit. And now, starting with a guess, absolutely, yes, that's right. A good way to do this is to evaluate the different choices based on the problem. Okay, now what's the main idea here? They want you to learn how to translate English into math in a word problem. You need to know percents. You need to know how to deal with percents. They want to see if you know what 20% of a number is. That's always a multiply. When it's 20% of a number, it's 0.2 times that number. So you need to know about percents, and to a certain extent, it's a percent word problem. That's an economic one, like a profit loss percent word problem. Very classic.
But I think it's also you need to know what what commission means. It doesn't tell you exactly that the
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That the
Well, it says who earns a commission.
Yeah, it said the combined cost. So it defines the profit. The profit is equal to the sales price minus. So it does tell you the sales price minus the combined. Combined means plus of making the product and the commission.
Right. Yeah.
Those 100. Which so this sentence translates directly into A.
Right. Yeah.
It's the sales price 100 minus the commission.
Right.
Is this, which is of course 100 minus 20% of 100, and then so it's equal to the sales price minus the commission. Minus the cost of making the product and the commission. So the commission, the cost of the commission is 20% of 100, and then there's another minus for the cost of making it. That is the profit, and then the profit is per unit.
Yeah.
Each unit, it says each unit. Exactly. It says it right there.
Yes.
The profit for each unit. So you take the profit for each unit, multiply it by U is the total profit.
Right. Yep. They already give you the let statement. They want you to let U as the number of units. So this is a problem where they give you a word problem and you have to write the equation. There's no parameters here. I mean, to a certain extent, you have to get the parameters, but not really. I mean, this is not really a parameter question. This is
it does make the problem easier to come in understanding what the word commission means for a salesperson.
Yes, of course. Yes. So that's something. That's something that they sort of want you to have some experience with. So it's good. So now you're getting.
Well, the thing is, you can answer the question more quickly if you have that experience.
Right.
But you could still answer it if you have no idea what the word means. If you've never heard of this concept, because they actually do explain all of the facts behind the mathematics.
Right. Okay, so why don't we see how they do it? I'm virtually certain they are not going to say start with the answer or start with the answers. They don't do that generally. Okay, so we're going to go like this, and now Oops, what is going on? Okay. Oh, what's this annotation thing? Sorry about all this. They format the questions different ways. Annotate. Oh, there we go. Kill all and kill annotation. Now we are going to switch ourselves. Notice they call it hard. And we are going to switch ourselves to make ourselves horizontal. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so let's just get into this. Sorry. Okay. Choice A is correct. The sales price of one unit of the product is given as $100. Because the salesperson is awarded a commission of 20% of the sales price, the expression that 100 minus times 1 minus 0.2 gives the sales price of one unit after the commission is deducted. So that's how much is brought into the company. It's also given the profits equal to the sales price minus the combined cost. So the combined cost is the 100, 1 minus 0.2 minus 65. Then you multiply by U, and that gives you 68.40. Yeah, so that's fine. Notice they're not starting with the answer. They are just doing it sort of straighter. A lot straighter than how I did it, but essentially they're just writing the equation and then matching it. To a certain extent, their solution is done by a person who already knows how to do it, already knows what the answer is. Unfortunately, when you do a test, you're not that lucky, where you know exactly what know how to do it, because you're trying to figure out how to do it. So, just trying to make ourselves. So, okay, what do you think of their answer, Seth?
That's okay.
Yeah,
it's all right. Yeah, okay, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so I think we're done for today.
Yes.
Hey everyone, so I'm Joel. I have a PhD in mechanical engineering. My brother Seth is a PhD in math. He's been teaching computer science for many years. He's now retired. We are here. We try to do one math question a day for SAT math questions, and we offer different approaches and insights into the question. We try to explore the question. What are the main ideas behind it? So, because these main ideas will reappear and reappear and reappear on a lot of on the questions you will see, both in practice and on the actual test. So, talking about the actual test, practice on as many Blue Book tests as you can. We've heard rumors that Blue Book 4 and 6 are the closest to the actual test. And if you are weak on anything, any topics, go to the Khan Academy digital SAT course and practice on topics you're weak on, but also practice on topics you're strong on so you can do those very fast and accurately. So you have time for the problems, hopefully the few problems that require a lot of time, because there will be a few questions on your test that you will not be able to do instantly or very quickly. So you need to bank some time. Okay, everyone, please dislike our videos. We take all our comments very seriously. We try to respond to everyone. And if you have any SAT math questions, please email them to us at satmathquestionoftheday@gmail.com. And we hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.